Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space, and time to do a journal flip through or an update. So this, I actually went to find the last video I did on this, and it was June 2016. Naughty Melinda was going to do updates sort of frequently. I've been working in this one a lot. So this book was inspired by Courtney Diaz, and it's working in an altered book. It's called her Altered Sewing Series book. Hasn't been any videos for quite a while, but there was some when I started this, so I'll link below. She does some great videos on how to construct your book, and I've got some on my channel on how to work in a recycled book, do's and don'ts and things I've found that worked, and etc. So I'm working in a Reader's Digest complete guide to needlecraft, and that was the one I could find, and she had a sewing book. As you can see, it's getting to be a chunky monkey, and I believe it's going to pop its spine like my altered books have, because I've stuck lots in it. So let's go through and have a look what I've been up to. There's a few pages I'll skip because they're in part 1, so I'll link part 1 below, and I'll link Courtney Diaz's videos below. I think she's Little Raven Ink on YouTube. So I haven't done anything to the first front cover. The book is, when you open it up, it's sort of 2 A4 pages, but they're joined on the short side, so it's going to be really hard to film. So I'm going to keep half here and move the book over if I have to. So I've post noted the ones that I've explained in another video. This might end up into 2 videos. I will see what I do, and I'll try to keep this to about 15 minutes. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so I haven't done much to this first page yet, or this one. I'm sort of umming and ahhing what I'm going to do there. So this is the first sort of, I'd call this completed. So the idea of this book is not to start on page 1 and do everything on page 1, then move to page 2. Courtney's idea is to gather some scrap paper and work on 3 or 4 pages, maybe 10 pages at once, or like me, you work on the whole book. So you just keep adding stuff. So this is some washi tape off, I'm not going to explain everything, it's going to point a few things out. This is some washi tape off a Happy Mail parcel that I glued in. It's watercolour in the background. This is a face. I need practice on my faces, it's a bit of an ugly face. A Prima Doll stamp, a few new rub-ons. So as you can see, you sort of collage some things in the background, add some paint and do some drawing. I'd like to do a bit more drawing in this book. I've got a couple of faces, but this is somewhere to practice my faces. And I was trying to do a side-on face, and yeah, big fail. Okay, so we'll just quickly scoot. So this is one of my ink drawings that I've photocopied and put in. Haven't done much to this page yet, but as you can see, there's a bit of wrapping paper here, there's a bit of scrapbook paper, and one of my drawings, and eventually I'll do something with that. So I've got a little card tip in here. I went through since last time you've seen it, and these were white behind the words, so I've gone and watercoloured all of those pages. I was just in the mood to paint one night, so I just went through and watercoloured every page. Old sort of mason jar printout and one of my magazine collages. This one is explained in the other video. There's only a bit of wrapping paper on the other side, so I won't show you that one. That one's explained in the next video. This one, I believe there's a process video for me. I did this last Halloween, so this is Frankenstein and Mrs. Frankenstein, and I've added some die cuts to that since then. So that page I would consider finished, and I believe there's a process video on that one. This one I'm still working on. This is one of my stencils, and I just stenciled some eyes around a stamp with a bit of a witch body and a couple of my skull drawings that I've reduced on the computer, and a couple more die cuts. So I still need to do something in the background here to finish it off, but I don't know yet what. What's on this one? Try not to joggle the table. So some more bits and pieces. I think there's a Tisha Moore, that rings a bell. Free collage sheets I downloaded off the internet appearing through here. This one I've added quite a bit to since last time I did the eye, and I coloured it in. I added a little thing up here. Again, it needs something here, but I just don't know what yet. So it's just going to stay in that stage. That one I've explained on the first video, so I'll just skip over that one. These ones we haven't added anything to, I don't think. Some pages I've done lots on, some pages I've hardly done any on. So this particular one hasn't done anything. This one I've done. This background was a cutout of a building book. My library was having a big sale, and we'd flick through the books, Alexis and I, and if we liked the images, we'd take them, or buy them, not take them. So this was buildings, and I've drawn over it, and these are my Tim Holtz Crazy Birds. So I've drawn them, but they're very similar to Tim Holtz Crazy Birds, and then I watercoloured them in. So I think that page is done. I may do something with the sky, I'm not sure. That mermaid page is explained in the first video. This one is explained in the first video, but I'll give you a quick look. Haven't done anything to my mermaid so far, except for sticking some, again, this has come out of a book, except for sticking some of this down. I got some Diane Reevely little colouring in pages, and they're like an A2 size card, and I took them to my photocopier and I enlarged them, that's a better word. Enlarged them and cut them out and stuck them in here. So I'll eventually go in and colour these in. They are an inkjet printer, but I should be able to colour them in with textures and not lose the design. So I've started to add, one of Courtney's lessons for this book was to add photos. So this particular photo, the head of Alexis wasn't very good. This was at her birthday party, and I've done the scrapbook page for that, and I've just decided to add that in. It was an extra one that I made for another page I'll show you, but that's a little Nook Dweller's head, so I've just stuck it on Alexis's body, and I'll do a background around here for her. Just add the bingo card to that one. These ones have a bit more on them. Sorry about the shifting book. This has come off the internet. This is more of the cutouts of the Diane Reevely photocopy pages. So A Life Without Dreams would be just a life. So I've cut a lot of them up. As you can see, this is an image cut out here that I've stuck some background on. So I've cut the sheets up and used my own, cut some heads off, cut some legs off, and sort of made it my own, which is what I wanted to do. I'd love all of her stamp sets, but I really don't know how much I could justify using the stamps. When she came out with the colouring book pages, I thought I could use those. These ones don't have anything on them. More since last time. This is sort of a colouring in page, but I don't enjoy colouring. It's just me. Colouring doesn't relax me like it relaxes most other people. So I've sat and done a couple of butterflies, and I must get back to it. So this is a cute page. So this is a double page spread. I'll show you the double page in a minute. So it started off with a couple of umbrellas and stalks, and then I added these bricks. So these green bricks is my reverse stencil from my website. And then I added these little scrap monsters. These are scrap monsters that I scanned and printed out my own artwork, and that's just one of my little faces. And this is Alexa's birthday cake. So there were extra photos. I'm just going to cover up this face of this little girl. It's her friend, and I don't have permission to share her face. So I've just put Alexis here and a little friend here and sort of fussy cut around them. Alexis has devil ears on. She's a devil. So I'm going to add a bit more to this. But I've sort of set a scene with the little photos, so I like doing that. That's fun. Okay, bear with me a minute while sorry, just grab this page. This one I believe is a process video of me drawing or colouring it in, and I have added the stencil. And I think what I'm going to do is go and outline all the stencil around the back. Okay, so this one is a process video. This one is full done on a process video. This one's called Moon Faces. So if I mention there's a process video and you can't find it, let me know and I'll link it below. So this one's got a round tip in. Oh, and excuse the rain that's coming. I'm really into at the moment these black graphic lines, and you'll see a lot more of that coming up as well. So that was a fun page to do. That was done over about 3 or 4 sessions, and I filmed it all, and it's up on YouTube. This is what I'm talking about. I'm really into these black lines against the sort of the bright colours, and just I love this at the moment. So these collage sheets, I think were Tisha Moore or someone's from the internet I printed out. Same with this. So I stuck all that on, went around them with a hard graphic marker, and then went over a lot of it with a white gel pen as well, just to soften the black. But I love this page. This is possibly one I will cut out and scan and recreate. But I love that page. And I only like what I like. I love this page, little paper doll I put together from some things I printed off the internet. Sometimes when I print things off the internet, I blow them up, I enlarge them to be A4 size. They go a bit fuzzy. It does not bother me because I usually doodle over the top of them anyway, so I love this page as well. As you can see the needlecraft work background of the paper, and that's really good. I only like what I want, and then colour was here, and then I've done my world in my handwriting. And I'm really into these bold black lines at the moment with the scribbled white over the top. That is awesome. So I will try to do some process videos like this, but I sort of do them a bit here and a bit there, but I'll see if I can do that. Not much on that one. I coloured in the flowers. This is a tip in that I put a little jar. Again, download off the internet. I think these are really old because they were done in laser, and I haven't had my laser printer for several years. A little jar. You are all my saved up wishes coming true. Little tip in. This is a collage. If you went to McDonald's last year and got, my daughter and I sort of like frozen Coke, which is very bad for you and very sugary, but that's beside the point. And this and a face was on the Coke, the big Coke cup. So I kept some of them and scanned them on my computer again because I just love this imagery. And this is just, the dream was here, or the dream I put over the top, and this is all just collage because I cut a few of the faces out to use on something else. What else have we got? Oh, this is some napkins. This is a paint sample. Some napkins from other projects. And this is a great book to use up things from other projects and just get them in a book. And I will go and do something over this. Something. Ooh, scratchy. Nothing on that page. This again is another one when I was experimenting with my PBO new watercolour paints, and I've just stuck this little fairy is like a sitting one, so she's sitting on a building and this one's standing. Again, I'll do something with it eventually. So as you can see, I've got a lot of half-finished pages. And this is what I was talking about. I've gone through, and all of these pages that have this beautiful background on them, I've gone and coloured the white space. It's a bit of book text with a napkin on top, or a tissue. I think that's a tissue. There's another one, Fun, Draw, Create. This is a whole bunch of things that I picked up really cheap for Alexis when she was young, and she outgrew some stuff, so I've been using it. So just doing some critters inspired by the Little Inks Facebook page. Everyone's drawing these beautiful nook dwellers. Oh, this one's getting there. This one's with some gel prints. So these are all gel printed blue backgrounds. This one's actually printed on a colouring in page that my daughter no longer wanted the colouring in book. She's never a colour as well. She'll sit there and colour a little, but when she was young, she wanted to be more creative than sit there and colour in. She wanted to just cut paper. So some blue hearts blue hearts with butterflies, and some more things from older projects. I've used this before in another junk journal, and these images that I printed off the computer, this is printed on deli paper, greaseproof paper, and once you paste that down with Mod Podge, it almost disappears and you just see the paint on top, so I love doing that. I'm trying to use up our exceptionally large box of jelly prints. This is a photocopy of a paper doll of Alexis's that I liked. A bit of gesso. I did gesso the back of this one and this one. Oh, this one's another nearly full one. So all my red scraps from another project, I did a collage and I just stuck them all on. So we've got ones on deli paper, we've got ones on colouring in pages. Actually, no, I think that's puzzle pages. When Alexis was little, and she still loves to do it, you know how you can buy those sort of maths books and puzzle books, and she was just right into those, and she would just love them. So a lot of these are those books where you fill in about 5 things on the page and then you turn the page, and they have beautiful images and things in them. And this is a Diane Reevely photocopied die cut. Excuse me for yawning. What else have we got? I might stick this into 2 videos. Well, this is just some stenciling when I had my stencil out. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but this is one of my stencils from my store. Sometimes I just experiment in this book as well. This might be the last page, and then I'll cut this into 2 videos. So again, this is a double page, and I'll show you double pages. These were just cutouts from the internet, and some bodies that I made, some clocks that I'd printed for a Halloween project and had too many, some washi tape from a Happy Mail container, Happy Mail box. So this is just, he's got a daisy on his body for whatever reason. No, don't know. I think that daisy was left over from Alexis. So what we've got now is Alexis and I've got a box of like imagery offcuts, and if we print 5 and only use 4 in our project, it gets thrown in that box and we eventually use it. Scribbly heads. I don't even know what that body was. I think it was a photocopy from a magazine. I just loved the imagery and things on it. So this, nothing on that other page. This one I love, but I don't know where to take it. This is again a Diane Reevely with the wings. The main reason this one got on the page is I had this on here. And this is a photocopy from a magazine that Alexis really liked, the Peacock, and then we had to photocopy it because I wanted it. Some more washi tape, caution washi tape from a package, and I've stamped some feathers in the background. I've got to colour this in, and then I'm not sure where I'm going to take this one. So what I'll do is I'll stop this video here, and I'll do a part 2. Whoops. You shouldn't have heard that. That's my alarm to not let me talk for more than 15 minutes. So I will stop that there. Thank you for watching, and I'll do a part 2, and these will go up over a couple of weeks. Just to show you what I've been up to. Bye for now.